am Tessa-Marie, and welcome to the Morning Blessings. How are you feeling today? It is Wednesday, June 12th, 2024, 7:59 a.m. Good morning, Stacy. How are you feeling this morning? Oh, it's a beautiful morning, and welcome to the Morning Blessing. Hi, Ellen. Hello, Priscilla. How are you feeling this morning? It is. Hello, nephew. How are you doing this morning? It is a beautiful morning. It is going to be warmer than yesterday. No rain. Good morning, Loretta. We are getting 23 degrees Fahrenheit today. Thank you, El. Hello, Colin. Good morning. It's 23 degrees today. I will be out in the garden. Hello, Candice, darling. Long time no see. How are you feeling this morning? Yeah, it's going to... Oh, it's 8 o'clock. Let's get the show on the road. We are just chatting away. How are you? Great topic. Thank you. It's quite a topic. You know that when I have a topic like that, it has something to do with me. And I'm not being vain and all of that. In that way, I can be vain because we have a right to pat ourselves on the back. When we show ourselves and in the mirror who we are, when we are bold enough to tell others, that is who I am. Oh, it's cold in London. Oh my. I hope when I come in August, I bring heat. Then we should stand up. Being proud is being proud within. And that's where it all starts. So, what have you committed to? We go through life and we make commitments. I'm not talking about a commitment you sign with a friend, a commitment with a lover, with somebody spectacular. A commitment you make to be, to do, and to get the results you're looking for. To be, to do, and never give up. Being, doing, and never stop. That's the commitment. We all did that commitment. It's funny. You might say, Tessa-Marie, I haven't done any commitment that will make me feel better. Yes, you have, or you feel worse, you have. Commitment is a commitment is a commitment. We all make commitments. Good morning, Yuko. How are you feeling this morning? We make agreements with ourselves every day of what we plan to be today. Then we make plans to do what we plan to do today. And hello, Lisa. Good morning. Miss you yesterday. Loving, living color. What a beautiful name. Hi, Londi. Nice seeing you this morning, everyone. So we make agreements with ourselves every day of what we plan to be today. We plan to be, to do today. So what we plan to be and what we plan to do today. Never, ever are we going to stop one of those. Never. Then we shut up. We let the do's or the be's come into place. We agree. You know that, right? You're finding it funny. Tessa-Marie, no, I didn't. Yes, you did. We make agreements every morning. Then we shut the door on never, ever stop doing it. We just shut the door. Good morning, Arita. How are you? Hi, Crystal. How are you? Now, here is the question for you. How has that been working for you? The agreements you made with yourself, to be or to do, based on your thoughts, how has that been working for you? That is the question. Hi, Georgie. Good morning. How are you feeling this morning? How has that been working for you? Once you make an agreement, you need to evaluate it. You need to look at it and decide how it's working for you. So you made an agreement, and maybe it's not today, but you've been doing and being that particular kind of thing. I can see everybody's comments, Tracy. I have to continue though. Has it taken you closer or further away of who you desire to be or what you desire to do? Your commitments have that. Are these commitments working in your favor? The commitments you make, are they working in your favor? That is important. Do you love the person you have become? So when we make commitments, we create something within us. A commitment is to do or to be, and under those being and doing, there are headlines. Your behavior. Do you like it? I'm not putting it down. Don't go there, because you see, I made commitments myself to be a particular type of person. And I love where I am with it. I love one of my commitments I made. One of it is to let you be you, to see the difference in you. When somebody steps out and they portray themselves as this, that I don't make an opinion about it, I let them be. If I have something to say, it would be if they ask. So that was a commitment, to allow others to be and to do what they desire. And when they do it, to see what they see. And if they're celebrating it, to celebrate it with them. And if they're saying, it's not working for me, to help them see what changes they can do. That's why when people call me a motivational speaker, I say, no, I am a motivational teacher. My job is to teach you, to begin with you. My responsibility is to tell me I'm okay. And I can only do that because I know that for sure, and I need you to see that. You have to believe in you. So when you make a decision, which we all do, we make disagreements with ourselves as we go through life. All these agreements, I will do this, I will be this, and sometimes we just throw it out there. We just throw it, thanks Stacy, we just throw those things out there and we stop. But to be and to do, and it begins with the thoughts. So if when you get triggered and you realize, damn it, that thought wasn't good, and we have 70,000 flipping thoughts a day, 70,000. And there we are. We cannot change it all one time. There is no way in hell. They already said that most of them are the same. So what can we do? We can only tweak one or two as they come into our focal point. They have to come to us that we can see it. And that's the only way we can tweak it. So what we do is based on what we think. What we are is all that line. So we think, we do, and then we become. And then we make a decision. Has it been working in our favor? Sometimes the doing and the being and the thinking and the action we have taken is not giving us the results that we seek. But we keep doing it anyway. And they tell us, if we keep doing the same thing and not getting the results that we are looking for, that we are crazy people. And we know we are already crazy. Just to be a human, we are already crazy, because the chances and sometimes the decisions we make is only crazy people that could do that. But here we go doing it and expecting something else to change. It's not changing. The only change that comes is with you. The only change that you can have is with you. Yesterday, one of the civil rights leaders died, right? He died yesterday or the day before. And part of his history was that before Martin Luther King became Martin Luther King, he went to India so that he could find out how Mahatma Gandhi did it. How did Mahatma Gandhi get to the point of changing, moving the British from their country with non-violence? He went there to find it out. So he took action, and he went, his thoughts, he came back to be the man he was. They're celebrating him. He was one of those beaten on that bridge. He was jailed. They show you pictures. What you call it, the policeman in those days had a cigar in his mouth watching him going into the street. Did you guys see that? That's what it is. So his legacy is that he introduced that type of thing to Martin Luther King. And he took it and he ran with it. And here we are today. So this is what happens when you make an agreement with yourself. I'm going to in there. How this man Mahatma Gandhi, they called him, he came from the caste called the Untouchables. You know the British has to put everybody down, right? He comes from the caste in India, they call the Untouchables. Why were they called the Untouchables? Because they cleaned the sewer and the gutters. So that's how but he took it. It's okay to give me a name as long as you do not take my will. You get it? It's okay to give me the worst name you can think of, whoever you are. Just do not touch my will to be. And that they couldn't touch it. They couldn't take Mahatma Gandhi's will from him because he made an agreement with himself that he was going to be and he was going to do. And I'm going to get them out of there. I will die doing it. And yes, he got shot. When I went to India, I walked in his footsteps just to get to that place where they shot him. The same thing I forgot her name now. So what you have to remember is that we make agreements. Some of us make powerful agreements. Some of us make personal agreements. And some of our agreements touch the world. And some of our agreements just touch us. And that is good enough because it was our agreement specifically designed by us for us to be able to use to get better. So, do you love the person you have become? Do you? That is a big question to ask. Are you satisfied with what you are doing or what you did and what you continue to do to be who you have become? So you notice it's confusing, right? That sentence is certainly confusing. I did it purposely. Listen again. Are you satisfied with what you are and what you did? And are you going to continue to do it to be who you have become? Because this is what happens. We decide to do something to become something. And the minute we become that, we stop. But we cannot stop. And that is why we fail and we fall back. Because what it took for you to lose 10 pounds, if that is your desire, as soon as you use 10 pounds, you tell me, Tessa-Marie, I have to celebrate. I had pizza and pasta and whatever you wanted to have. But you can celebrate. You can take a pause. But you have to get back on. So you are a self-employed designer artist. And you're doing your thing. And you're going day in and day out. You show up at every market. You are doing the podcast. You do the podcast all the time. And then finally, you had this big, amazing sale and your podcast is blaring and you say, I did it. I'm not going to the market next week. I made so much money. I'm not doing this. So you can't. To stay being who you decided to be, you have to continue to do what brought you there in the first place. And if we stop, we fall back. We know that already. If we're on a journey and we stop halfway, we're not going to get there, are we? And we already know that, but yet we make those choices. So, are you happy with you today? Answer that question. Are you happy with who you are today? Okay. Are you in love with the results you have right now, today? You have to love your results. And it's not, I love it. No, I love it. Make it feel that you love it. If so, keep doing everything you have been doing and never stop. If you see, the thing about things is that, I wish I had them here to show you though. When I started writing down my dream goals and desires, I wrote pages and pages and pages. What I noticed just recently, I am only writing what I'm committed to continue to do. Yet it's the same thing. In my goal setting journal, I tell you the goal will demand of you what it wants if you keep it doing it. It's go, hi Jean, good morning. It's going to say, hi Julie, good morning. It's going to say to you, hey, you have written all of this about what it is you desire to have, your dream goal and desire in your life. I am telling you, you need to commit to a certain set of things now. That is the goal speaking to you. When you have done and you start this journey on making a goal for what you desire to have, the agreements you make with yourself, you're great. You are worthy and you're writing pages and pages. You're going through a gratitude journal by the dozen. And then one day, you realize there's only so many little things I am supposed to do every day to get this. So for me, it's to wake up at 4:15, spend about 10 minutes outside, come back inside and meditate and read and visualize, manifest, and write my goal setting journal, write gratitude, say a whole gratitude rosary, and then come here and do that. So some of those things I talk about, they went like this. They got smaller, but more intentional and more purposeful, more on target. And the thing about when you have a dream, goal, and desire is never let somebody that is not inside of you tell you who you should be and what you should do. If you're going to get distracted when you open your mouth and say, listen, I am praying, I'm asking God, I'm talking to the universe, I'm watching what I eat, I'm exercising, and the person will put you down and tell you, why brother, I love you the way you are, but I don't love me the way I am. You cannot say that to them, can you? You know, you can't. Because they will find a way to tell you, no, but you're good enough. You have to accept yourself. But my heart is not accepting this. My knees does not like the extra weight. My stomach grumbles. Look at me. I was born in a bakery. Literally, I shouldn't say that. My parents own a bakery. All my life I know about bread. Guess what? When I eat bread, I get pain all over my body. They tell me I develop a gluten intolerance. At 41, I found out I couldn't have milk and cheese. At 78, I found out I can have milk and cheese. But you know what? I have to accept it. I have a choice. I have to do what I need to do to keep my body from hurting. And now I can enjoy cheese if I want to. Before I couldn't. I look at it and I knew if I ate it, it would just make me so sick. Even my eyes would shut. So this is what we have to remember. Do the things you need to do to be who you are. And if you love who you are, continue to do it. Do not stop. Are you aware of the thoughts and actions that have given you those results? Results you're not happy with. What about those? Your thought, your actions. It gave you results you're not happy with. At the top, I ask you, are you happy with you today? Are you in love with the results you have? If so far, keep doing everything you have been doing. Never stop. So if you love where you are, you love that you have a bank account and you have $2 in it. But you got $2 by noticing this week I did not use 50 cents. And you transferred it from the checking account to the savings account and you now have $2. You love that? And you're going to say, 10 of it, what is $2? I dare you, if $2 has no value, go to the dollar store and pick something up and tell them you have no money. Oh, don't pay them. Choice. Every cent in your life has a reason. Everything in your life has value. Your money has value. You have value. What you do for you has value. When you look at you, the reflection matters. Do you like what you see? Then it's okay. And it doesn't matter what the outside things and the outside words have to do with what they see. It only has to do with you. Now, are you dissatisfied with the person you have become? Are you unhappy with that reflection in the mirror, with the thoughts? You're not staying in your backyard. You're over the fence again. Good morning, Peter. How are you feeling today? Welcome from Malaysia. Are you happy? Because you keep all the time. Are you in love with your actions, with who you are? Or are you looking over the fence and ignoring the magnificent you? Because that is what is happening in your neighbor's house has nothing to do with you. What's happening and how people are coping with their lack of funds or all their funds or money or their health has nothing to do with you. What matters is what that has to do with you in the moment that you are. Are you satisfied with what you are and what you did to get there? If you are, if you love it, keep doing it. Are you happy with you today? Are you in love with the results you have? If so, keep doing everything you have been doing. Never stop. But if you're not happy, no, are you dissatisfied with the person you have become? Are you aware of the thoughts and actions that have given you those results? Results you're not happy with. So, isn't that funny? The coin has two sides. You like your results, you keep doing. Do not stop. Even if you're at the top of the ladder, look at the successful people around us. They do not stop. Maybe you know somebody successful in your life. Do you see when they get 3 million followers, they stop? Yesterday I had an aha moment. I went on somebody's live, and for curiosity, I checked. 28.8 thousand followers. 28.8 thousand followers. And you're doing a live, and you have 15 followers. I'm saying, is something wrong with that picture? You look at somebody, they have that many people, but they cannot pull them to them. They're not giving them enough, because when you talk, if you're doing this, you're teaching, make the students want to come to you. Offer them the plate that you would give to yourself. I teach you from my heart, and I'm listening to this person, and there is no inflection. And there is nothing that would drive. I love the topic, but it was, well, why do you have so many followers? So when people talk to you about all those followers that they have, you have to ask them, how many of them are taught? How many of them did you teach one thing today? Just one thing. How many people got your nugget? Do you like what you're doing? Do you love? I know Peter was teaching. Peter has 2 sons and young boys. Do you love the results of your children when you look at them today? That's the question. What did you put in them? Do you love the results you see in yourself? It's always quality. It is, but the world doesn't see that. They want to tell you, but that. It's not that though. Have you experienced something called self-satisfaction? Where you feel so good that you just got just to that spot and you were able to plant your flag there, and it's left. Tessa was here. Lisa was here. Jean was here. Rita was here. That's it. Because I'm in the garden, and you know I love my garden. When I'm out there, I always tell you, what is your fragrance? When you walk through the room, you should leave a fragrance. And your fragrance is not a perfume, because we can't wear perfume anywhere anymore, right? But there is a fragrance that we live through as we walk through the journey called life. Can you look at yours? Do you like it? Does it say that you taught others to be themselves, to stand up? I always laugh when we were talking, Yoko and I, and we said sometimes at 11 a.m. if we're having lunch, we'll have a glass of wine. That early? So Yoko always say, well, I always go, well, it's 5 o'clock in France, it's 6 o'clock over here. And furthermore, the further we go, it's already 10 and a half hours ahead in India right now. So we have to remember that. If that gives you joy, then do it. And that is what, and if it makes you feel, and you like how you're doing, you like the feeling you get, you like the attitude you have. Here comes the challenge. What is the remedy? It's a challenge. I didn't say a struggle. I said a challenge. You do not like where you are. You do not like the thoughts and actions that have given you the results you're enjoying now. Work on changing your thoughts. Number 1. To change what you do not love. Now, it's the slight change that matters. It's not, I'm just going to cut off all the negative thoughts. It's when you feel you're going down that rabbit hole, or you're being pulled into a portal of darkness, of gossip, of opinions, of greed, of anger, of not wanting to share. That's when you stop it. And you stop it and you stand up. Wherever you are, and look for one thing that you can admire. And if you have difficulty with that, go to a mirror and stand there and look at one thing you love about you that you would do anything to keep having. And that is what is important. Change a little thing, not a whole big thing. Do not put more food in your mouth than you can chew and swallow with ease and comfort. And when you change that tiny thing, smile at it. Be grateful for it. Give it the blessing so that it grows. Feed it with love and compassion, so that one change you have made in your life, celebrate it with those that will tell you good for you. But do you know the one that will say, well, you expect, that's how you change? No, do not share it there. And they're ready, don't go there. You already know what you're going to get when you go there. So why go there? That's what I don't understand with some of us. Me too. But you know what? I got to change that. I don't ask. I state. And if you want to throw an opinion at what I told you I've changed, then I have to ask you, are you okay? Remember, that is your power. When you look at those that are putting you down and you ask them, so are you okay? That really puts them in a corner and they go, no, are you okay? So, number 2, pause in place before taking regrettable actions. Pause in place. Before you take a step, again, you can ask that question. If I do this, will I get the results I desire? You will get an answer. You will. Commit to doing and being the new you every day. The new you are the changes you made every day. You decide, I'm making a little change. I'm going to go to bed earlier. I'm going to commit to that, so that I can get up charged, fired up, and ready to go. So pause before you take an action. Pause before you get out of your car and grab your gun and shoot the man that cut you off down the street. Pause before you chase the person in the parking lot and ram your cart at the car. Pause before you hit Yuko on her heel during COVID because you thought she was from China and she was the one that brought COVID to America. Stop. Pause, because you can get yourself in more trouble. Pause before you take action. And commit to doing and being the new you every day. Number 3, the small thoughts you love and take the small actions that you love. So you have small thoughts that you love, small actions that you love, and enjoy, because you already know the power comes from consistency. Small thoughts you love and take, the small actions you love and enjoy it because you already know what the results will be. So you know the small things that you love to do and be how you love to be. And get there. It's like my cousin and I were in Peru on vacation. And when we got to the top of that Machu Picchu mountain up there, after pushing through to get there, we prepared. I remember both of us pausing in that moment and to feel that atmosphere. The air is thinner, much thinner out there. And to see if you could breathe it and swallow it and give praise and thanks to God that because we are Christians, we believe in God, that we made it and we're there. And to have the opportunity to be born in Dominica, which everybody will call third world, but we have first world attitude, and move to North America, and we did not get our first pair of shoes at the airport. We came with shoes. And then to be able to go to Peru and stand at the top of Machu Picchu and stand there and inhale. What did we do to get there? Now that we're being in that moment. You know what we did? We saved $1.75 every week in 1969. If we didn't take that action and we didn't keep doing it, we would not have been able to go first class to Peru and stand there and enjoy the breath that is so thin and enjoy the moment and realize we made it. I did it. Like your grandchildren, we all have them. When they do something, they look at you and they go, I did it. And they'll do it again and again so you can smile. So that is what we have to remember. And that was mine. Because I traveled a lot, I have a lot of those moments. But whenever I go somewhere, even if it's just to visit my son, when I get there, I pause and I just look and feel the gratitude of the moment to be there. Maybe I am all by myself. Nobody's there with me. Me and my God, you and the universe. So this is what brings us to that. Small thoughts. You love and you take the small actions you love and you enjoy because you already know the power of consistency. You need to be consistent on doing the small things. This is the contract you sign with yourself. Draw up an action for you to take. I'm asking you guys that are bold enough to do that. Draw up a simple contract and date it, sign it, seal it, and open it on 1 year from now. If you doubt how this works, draw up a contract of what it is you will do to become who you desire to be and the action you're going to take. Put it in an envelope, sign it, date it, seal it, and put it there. And wait a year from today. Do not put it somewhere where you will not find it. I have an altar, so I put it there. And make sure you look at it inside to see if you have kept your commitment to yourself. Hi, Deborah. If you haven't ever found yourself being able to keep the commitments you make for yourself, remember that you have to make sure you love who you have become. You love the process you did to get there, and that you continue to do it today. You cannot give up. Once you start a journey like this, if you desire something in your life, you have to take actions. You have to become that person. You must do certain things. It's not large things. We know of all the people who go to the gym and they exercise for 2 hours. You also know of those that go to the gym and they walk on a treadmill for half an hour. But they do this as often as they decided to, 7 days a week, 3 days a week. And you also know, those of you who knows Aesop fables, the tortoise and the hare, the rabbit and the turtle. Simple. That's what it is. They had a race. The rabbit took off fast. And when he got to the tree, he decided, oh, that damn turtle is way behind me. He's not going to pass me. He sat and he leaned his head. I can still remember the book from my childhood. He leaned his head against the tree, the rabbit. He hopped his way there so quickly. I will just rest because I got here already. And he did that. But while he was sound asleep, the turtle was still walking. And the turtle just kept going and going and going and going. And he passed him. And he got to the finish line before him. That's where they tell us slow and steady wins the race. You do not have to save $500 because I am coaching you about money. And then next week when I ask you, hey, how much you have, you tell me it's $20. That tells me you should only put 20. Slow and steady wins the race. I keep saying to you guys to remember, you have to go slow to go further. You have to take your time so you can go further. So the turtle and that damn rabbit is such a lesson from childhood. And if you understand that, look, Yuko said the power of consistency. You joke that thing, you hold on, and it's tough. But you hold on anyway. You look at your hands and they're bleeding from holding on to that rope. I am not letting you go. And there was a commercial Brad Pitt did, and I saw it. He said, how did he say it again? He said that fortune, wealth, favors those that are consistent. And he showed a guy climbing up a mountain. I can't remember what was the purpose, but that's all I saw. You know me, I'm a flash when the TV is on. I'm not. So he said, and he looked up the mountain, and this person is climbing, and he said it in his acting voice and all of that. And I cannot do this, not me. But he looked at it and he said, well, for fortune favors those that are consistent. You want to win? Decide what it is you must do to become who you want to be and never let it go. Hello, you wonderful, amazing human being. Okay, Stacey, I'll read all your comments right now. Power of consistency. It's not about a sprint. No, it's not the sprint. It's never the sprint. A brick wall starts with one brick. And Debbie joined us. We need to catch up soon. I have got to fill you in on some debt payoff. Oh, that is great. Here you go. I love that. I remember that journey. I'll do that today. That was amazing. Thank you. Thanks, Stacey. I always say comments on social media is the key to your success, not followers. It is. Thank you. Because people are constantly telling me I have a measly 1,300 people following me. Every morning I clean them up. Do you guys know Instagram has a thing you can do now? When you press on your followers, it will tell you those are the bots that you can get rid of. And it's great. I just go click. You are not posting anything, but you're deciding to follow me. And you're not doing anything. So what are you doing that for? I have events that are less people, and the author support more than the number of people doesn't mean more. Engagement giving me one attentive listener is powerful. It is you only can change. What did Nelson Mandela say to us? Each one, teach one, just one. You don't have to teach 10 million, because if that one person you taught takes it to another person and it goes like that, you will do that. What have you wine without me? No, I'm not. It is always quality, not quantity, when things come to followers and most things in life. It is. Since I have to sit today, I'm going to catch up and watch their lives. Remember, a number of followers don't mean anything. They are fake people. And I don't know why they do that. I never look at numbers. They definitely never stop. Peter was there. I cannot have milk or cheese either, but there are so many amazing alternatives to them. I can have it now. When Andy Esther was as a girl, I remember they would have the cow and they boiled the milk, and I would come and I just scoop up the cream. So when the time came and I couldn't eat it, I went, oh well. My dad used to say, here comes Tessa-Marie. She has some bread with her butter because the butter will be running off. I still love it. So there you go. Anyway, wonderful. I'm sure to do love the person I have become. You have to love yourself. You are for sure a motivational teacher. Thank you. I find that oftentimes we don't keep our commitment to ourselves. Thank you, Ellen. Some has worked and some has been just a thought. Some that has come to be, I've done. Of course, Arita. So guys, a wonderful day, everybody. This is amazing. Stacy, Arita, Ellen, Jean, Candice. Thank you, Candice. Candice is a busy person. Georgie, Lisa, Colleen, Gavi, Lottie, Deborah, and Loretta. You guys are wonderful. Thank you for hanging. It is important to have you guys here. I have something to do, and I keep forgetting to tell you guys. I have something to. The book is coming out on the 10th, and I have something to say, but I keep forgetting to say it. And you can see where my thought is. It's not selling of the book. I have to learn that part of life. One of the things I believe, and maybe that's why I take that attitude, that life will give you what you're supposed to get, no matter what you people think or you do against it. So I have this book coming out on the 10th, and I'm supposed to tell you guys something amazing about it. For a second, the 12 of you that are there, this is it. The 5 Pillars of Prosperity book. It's going to be an ebook and it's going to be a paper. But the thing about that book is that if you embrace doing a little thing in each of those 5 pillars in your life, in our life, we have 5 pillars in our life. So if all you do for the pillar of emotional prosperity is to just go outside and breathe, and enjoy the moment, does that every day, or take 1 minute and look at the beautiful person you are, and love every nerve and sinew and hair and toenail and toes that are crooked or broken about you. That is getting you balance in your emotion. Then if mentally you get a challenge, like what I asked you to do, how long would it take you to write a contract of what you're committed to do to become who you desire to be? And look at the results in a year. That's mental. That's pushing yourself. Physical. You like what you have, you do more of it. You want to tweak it here and tweak it there, you do a little of it. That is what the pillars do for you. Spiritually, you watch your tongue. Every time you open your mouth, you're prophesizing your future, not mine, not somebody else. So make sure you use impeccable and exquisite words to talk about yourself and others. And then the fifth one is finance. How are you doing with the pennies you have? Because some people, Tessa-Marie, I can barely make ends meet. Well, you know what? This is how we all have to barely make ends meet. So how are you doing with your finances? When somebody comes to me and I'm looking at the numbers and I'm saying, okay, I cannot find $500. And they said, Tessa-Marie, I'm short $5. No, you had it. So look at miscellaneous spending. Are you an impulsive shopper? Do you just buy because it's available? Or do you believe because it's on sale, you must purchase it? Although you have 10 bags of rice already and 2 bags and 4 cases of pasta. But you want it because it's on sale. So it's the little trick. So today you say, you know what? I'm not buying it. It's on sale, but I didn't come here for it. So this is what the 5 pillars do. And at the end, when you put them together, you live a fulfilled life. You have a choice. You will learn to look after you, to save money for vacation, to save money for Christmas. I have a Christmas account, and I like giving things names. And I learned it from the government of Canada. Everything has a name. Children, your children, recreational money coming to you, your tax savings account, your forward RESP for your children education, your registered education savings plan, your RSP for your retirement, your Canada pension plan, your old age security. Everything has a name. And if you do that, so you like Christmas, I go crazy. So I have a Christmas savings account. It started with a few dollars, but it grew and grew and grew. But when November comes, I spend every penny that's in, and I feel good because that's what I save it for. So what it is you want to do with your life, that's what the 5 pillars do. You'll be able to live the life of your choice, drive a car that you like, live in a home, own home, be tax debt-free, go on more than 1 vacation a year, and have money in your retirement fund and have some money in your disposable income fund that you can do whatever you want to do. So have a great, that's the 5 pillars of prosperity. Take care, guys. Bye-bye, everybody. Are you going to go? No, okay.